Okay, look at this, bros. Why have I wrapped the handles of crutches with boxing straps? Let me tell you why. I severely bruised both of my ankles, which is a story for another time. But I got these crutches, and as soon as I touched them, I noticed that the handles were made out of a very soft, almost sticky plastic. And this freaked me out because I know that whenever plastic is very soft, and especially when it's sticky, but just soft plastic in general, that means that it contains a bunch of toxins that literally seep into your skin, and they contain something called xenoestrogens, which basically works as estrogen in your body, and so your estrogen levels go up, your testosterone levels go down. Touching them, literally just touching these handles, lowers your testosterone levels. And it doesn't just lower your testosterone levels, but these plastics that we have everywhere in our modern lifestyle, they make people infertile, both men and women. Fertility rates are just dropping, sperm counts are dropping, testosterone levels are dropping, women are hitting puberty at earlier ages. There are girls that are like 8 years old and they hit puberty. So you have 8-year-old girls walking around with titties, and then, you know, by the time they are 18 years old, they're not fertile anymore, and we're just all messed up. We get cancer. Too much estrogen in your body gives you cancer. It makes you infertile. It just messes up an entire generation. And this is just one example. These plastics, these things that give us xenoestrogens, that give us cancer and lower our testosterone levels, are fucking everywhere. And this is the worst part. They don't care about us. When's the last time that you saw like a mainstream news article saying, guys, watch out, there's these plastics everywhere, stop touching the plastics. We are literally becoming infertile, and this is why. We touch the plastics everywhere. Never, right? When's the last time someone that actually sold you a product like this said, hey guys, warning, this stuff messes up an entire generation? Never, right? They don't give a shit about our health. They just want us to buy things. They just want us to consume. Our testosterone levels are dropping. Fertility is dropping. And the medical community is just like, well, okay, the average testosterone level is dropping, so this is the new average now. You know, if you're low testosterone, this is healthy. Well, no. I do care about myself. I do care about you. In this video, we are going to talk about the things that we encounter in our average daily life that lower our testosterone level by giving us a bunch of xenoestrogens that don't just lower our testosterone level, but also gives us cancer and blah, 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 the whole bunch. Warning though, guys, it might get a little depressing. Number 1, receipts. Yes, the regular receipts that you get at the store, every store, that people touch on a daily basis without knowing how bad it is for us. Now, receipts are covered in a layer of BPA. You might have heard about BPA before. It's like in plastic bottles and stuff. But in receipts, they cover it, they spray it or something. I don't know how to produce it, but they cover it in a layer, and that layer actually gets on your skin, and then it sticks to your skin. And it's very hard to even wash it off with like water and soap. So it's not just the moment that you touch the receipt, but the layer then stays on your skin and seeps into your skin, and you spread it on everything you touch. If you can, do not touch the receipts. Do not go to like these self-checkout registers, you know, where you have to get the receipt to open the fence to leave the store. Just go to a regular cashier where there's an actual human being, you know, the old school register. There's a cashier over there. The cashier asks you, sir, would you like to have a receipt? And then you say, no, absolutely not. No, thank you. I personally do care about my health and testosterone levels. If you actually say that, then hats off to you. Number 2, deodorants, aftershaves, perfumes, etc. The things that we spray on our bodies to smell like flowers. But in the meantime, we destroy our testosterone levels and masculinity in the pursuit of smelling like flowers. There are some healthier alternatives out there, yeah, but most of them aren't that great. They are like a little less toxic. They aren't that great. So I would honestly just say, use them as little as possible. You don't have to spray perfume on yourself every day. Aftershave is just a scam in general. I mean, why would you need aftershave? Perfume, I understand that you're going to wear perfume on like a date or something, right? A cologne. But don't be the guy that wears the perfume every day. I mean, there's no need for that. I would actually even say that there's no need to wear deodorant every day. This is no joke. I have not worn deodorant in several years. Throughout the last several years, there have been like 2 or 3 days where I wore deodorant to just, not even for a specific reason, to just, see how it was. And I'm doing fine, okay? A lot of people are probably going to think, well, but you smell really bad, right? You're not deodorant. Oh, people around you. I feel sorry for the people around you. Well, actually, the main reasons you smell bad from your armpits when you don't wear deodorant is because you are either unhealthy or anxious, right? Anxious sweat is the sweat that smells. It has a different smell, yeah, but also being unhealthy. If you are healthy and you are not anxious, you're just going about your day being confident, you will not smell. Even if you go to the gym, yes, you will smell. In a literal sense, you will emit a smell, but the smell will not be a bad smell. It will just be an attractive masculine smell. Women will think that that smell is attractive, and men will, on a subconscious level, have respect for that smell, right? They will either be like intimidated by you, or they will have respect for you, but people won't think that it's a bad smell. You will only smell bad if you have poor health, you eat a shitty diet, you have an unhealthy body, or if you're anxious. Now, I understand that there are situations in your life where you might get anxious. So if you are going on like a job interview or like a first date and you're not that confident, by all means, wear some deodorant. But don't wear that stuff every day. If you're just sitting here at home, or you just, spend the whole day with nothing but your close friends or your girlfriend or your family or whatever, there's no need to wear deodorant. All that you're doing is destroying your own health and your own masculinity because you are too afraid to smell like an actual man. Just think about that for a minute. Number 3, and this one is a little funny because it's a very specific item, but it's a big one. Flip-flops. Yes, flip-flops are made out of a very soft, malleable plastic, aren't they? Which means that they are absolutely filled with these toxic things that release xenoestrogens. Now, the reason I mention flip-flops in particular is this. We tend to wear flip-flops in hot conditions, don't we? Now, this is what you need to know. These plastics, particularly soft plastics, well, no, not particularly soft plastics, these plastics in general, the toxins that they release get released in particularly high amounts when temperatures rise. This is also why they tell you to not ever leave your plastic water bottles in the sun or a hot car, because then the estrogens start seeping into the water. Flip-flops, we tend to wear them when we go to the beach and the sauna and stuff, right? We go to the beach, we put our flip-flops in the sun, and then we put our feet into the steaming hot flip-flops. Guess what happens? When your flip-flops have been heated up by the sun, the estrogens just pour into your body in insane amounts. They don't just seep through your skin, but they actually release into the air and you just breathe them in. That's how bad it is. In saunas, no, in all of them, but the saunas that know what they're doing, there will be signs on the wall next to the sauna cabins, you know, the actual cabins where you go in, that say, don't take your flip-flops into the sauna. Don't do it. Because when you take your flip-flops into the sauna, the toxins just release through the air, and everyone that sits in the sauna breathes these toxins and has their balls shrink right on the spot. It's not actually that bad, but it is that bad. So whenever you're in the sauna, someone comes walking in, all naive, not knowing what he's doing, takes his flip-flops into the sauna, bring a halt to it. Tell that person, hold on bro, no. No flip-flops in this sauna. We care about our health and our testosterone levels. Don't bring these toxic fumey things in here. Flip-flops stay on the outside of the sauna. That brings us to number 4, clothes in general. There are so many clothes that just contain a bunch of plastics. Some clothes are just made out of like 100% plastic, and it's so easy to spot. I mean, well, 100% plastic clothes can probably be spotted by just looking at it and feeling it. But you can just look on the inside of the clothes. It will have a label in there and it will tell you exactly what it is. Natural fabrics, cotton, linen, wool, and there's bamboo now, I believe, are amazing. I mean, think about it. When you buy a good suit, it is 100% wool, isn't it? When you buy a good tailored dress shirt, it is made out of 100% cotton or linen or something, right? Good clothes are never really made out of plastic anyway, and they don't even have to be expensive. I can buy a 100% cotton t-shirt from like some random local store here. That is great. It fits me well, it looks nice, it has a nice model, and it's not more expensive than like some polyester shirt. So look on the inside. Buy clothes that are made out of cotton, linen, wool, or bamboo, or whatever new natural fabric they come up with, but probably usually cotton. It's that simple. Be especially careful with things like underwear, because I like to put a lot of stretch in underwear. Don't freak out if you wear a piece of underwear that has a little bit of stretch in it, you know, sometimes. But preferably go for clothes that are as much cotton, linen, or wool as possible. Also, be particularly careful with these sports clothing, because, you know, there are these sports shirts that for some reason they try to push onto us. They try to make us believe that when we go to the gym that we have to wear one of these shiny plastic gym shirts, and really, why? They're not even more comfortable than a 100% cotton shirt. So don't fall for the shiny plastic gym shirts, okay? Cotton is really all you need, and it actually looks better. It's healthier for you, it feels better, and it looks better. So just look on the label. Don't go for plastic. Number 5, cleaning products, laundry detergents, fabric softeners, all of the things that you use to clean the house and your clothes, etc. Same story. Filled with chemicals that are bad for you. One of the things that they do is put xenoestrogens in your body, so they destroy your hormones. There are healthier alternatives, really. There's not much else I can say about it. Most brands, bad for you. Some brands, not bad for you because they don't contain the chemicals. Do some Googling. Find out what brands are good for you. Find yourself a nice tread wife that does the Googling for you, and then cleans the house with like great, healthy cleaning products. I believe my girlfriend bought products from a brand called Insia, which is a Turkish brand. I haven't done that much research on it myself, but as far as I know, Insia is a brand that has a very wide range of products, from like laundry detergents to cleaning products, and they don't contain any chemicals. Don't take my word for it. I haven't done that much research. I'm not sponsored by Insia, but that might be a place to start. But do the Googling yourself. Find products that don't have the chemicals in them. And then we get to the somewhat more depressing part. Number 6, Mattresses. Practically all mattresses that we have in our modern societies, well, just societies in general, because I don't think like indigenous tribes sleep on very natural mattresses. They have like their alternatives. Mattresses in general are made out of toxic foams that release toxins, xenoestrogens, into our bodies. As we lie on them, the toxins seep into our skin, the toxins get released into the air, also because of the fact that we lie on them, and so the mattress starts to heat up. And as you might know by now, whenever the plastics, the foam is made out of plastic, starts to heat up, the toxins get released into the air. And so the whole night that we lie on the mattress, we breathe the toxins get into our skin. Now, mattress sellers are going to try to talk this stuff down by saying, no, it's not that bad. It's only when the mattress is new, but you need to air the mattress for 2 days, and then, the toxins, they evaporate away, and then the mattress is not unhealthy for you anymore. I've done a little bit of research on this. There are a couple of scientific studies, and all of them say it is fucking bad. The toxins will continue to release if the mattress is older as well. There was this one study where they aired the mattresses. So they literally just, put the mattress out into the open to release as many toxins as possible. They aired the mattress for, not kidding, 6 months. Okay? 6 months. And they found that even after airing the mattress for 6 months, that the mattress still released toxins in amounts that were considered to be unsafe for babies. Unsafe. Which is not nothing. Because in science, there is always, and this is something they don't want you to know, but there is always a huge difference between safe and actually healthy for you. There will always be these things like food additives and amounts of radiations and medicines and vaccines and stuff where they say it's safe, but they're still unhealthy for you. I mean, just look at regular medicines, right? Like ibuprofen or something. Completely safe to take, but ibuprofen is actually very unhealthy for you. Right? This is also like, no, I'm not going to go too deep into vaccines. Ignore what I said. Medicines and food. They say it's safe, but safe doesn't actually mean that it's healthy for you. There's a big difference between safe and what's actually healthy. Safe things can still have very bad negative effects on your health on the long term. So whenever scientists tell you that something is unsafe, even when it's unsafe for babies, whenever they mention the word unsafe, you can bet that it's really, really bad. Now, the big problem with mattresses is the fact that they are more expensive and it's harder to find healthier alternatives. There are healthier alternatives, but they are ridiculously expensive. And, you might find like a company that creates the mattresses in whatever country, and then you live on a country on the other side of the world, and the company doesn't ship to your country, or the company does ship to your country, but it's a fucking mattress that weighs a ton, and so you have to pay insane costs. It's a hassle. It's a hassle, but I'd say, if you can save up the money, it's absolutely worth saving up the money for a healthy organic mattress that is made out of a material that is not toxic plastic foams. Because you spend like 1/3 of your life that you sleep, 1/3 of your life on this toxic thing that is constantly releasing fumes into the air and into your skin. If you can, save up for a healthy mattress. And then number 7. Was it number 7? I think it was. Plastics, soft plastics in general. There's too many for me to mention. They are literally everywhere. They are here in this. Can you see it? In the mouse. There's plastics in the mouse. The mouse scroll wheel is made out of a soft plastic. The knobs on your game controller are made out of a soft plastic. You might have a headset that has the covering of the ears, soft plastic. Your chair might have a fake leather armrest, which is a soft plastic. All of them the pull down bar at the gym. You know, the bar on the cable you use for the pull downs? Covered in a soft plastic. It is literally everywhere. It's too much for me to mention. The only thing I can say is be on the lookout, be careful, and start making smarter choices whenever you can. You can never avoid all of these things, and you don't have to freak out if you touch the pull down bar 1 or 2 days in the week when you go to the gym. But if you can, if there is an alternative, there is also a 100% metal bar without the plastic covering. Take the metal bar. Whenever it's time for you to buy a new chair, buy a chair that is covered in fabric instead of a fake leather soft plastic. Whenever you buy a new headset, buy the one with fabric covering instead of the one with the soft plastic. It's really all I can say about it for now. There's just too much. Use your own brain. Be on the lookout. Start looking for alternatives and use your own brain, because if you don't use your own brain right now, then before you know it, you won't be using your D anymore.